this is my tutorial on how to DJ. Alright, so this is a mix track, Newmark mix track. It's a mixer. Basically what it does is allows you to combine two different songs on one deck. So this is slot A, this is slot B. Both discs control both songs evenly. So, for example, as I rewind the song, you're hearing it on the disc. And I fast forward, you can hear it on the disc as well. So these three are major components in the song along with these. These are the gain volume on each. So this is the master volume for each track. So for example, start at 0. You can fade your way in. That's track A. Track B. Alright, so you kind of get the gist of what the master volumes do. Now onto these three components. This is the bass, the mid, and the treble of each song. So what happens when you turn it down on all three knobs, you get a very diluted, very diluted song. Each of the three components adds a different level to the song. Obviously bass adds the bass to the song. Mids are typically the vocals to the song. Mid section of the song. Treble are normally the high parts of the song. Normally synth or other. Next, what we're going to focus on is what is the loop bar. Alright, so the loop bar, for example, I can either set it manual or out here. So what happens when you're in manual is you can set your own loops. For example, I'll select in right now, and I'll select out. And it loops that exact part that I selected, as you can hear. And now, whenever I can press out and it will cancel the loop altogether. Same works on track B. Now, for effects. These are how DJs are able to, a lot of the time, mix all their songs so cleanly and so professionally. The use of effects. For example, there are a bunch of different effects. You can loop roll on an effect. So basically what I just showed you over here on track A with the in and outs of the loop, that's the manual way to do it. There's an effect that does it for you, which is a loop roll. So technically, as I turn the effect on, these two control the amount of loop I have. As I turn the control to the right, it increases the loop time. As I turn it to the left, it decreases the loop time. So your loop will get tighter and tighter the more you turn it to the left. Now, also on my computer screen, it's different than it is on my mix track. On the computer screen, as you can see, we have hotkeys, which are typically on a mixer, not on my mixer though. A hot cue is, for example, I can set a cue on my laptop. So let's say at this particular point in the song, at 2:07 in the song, I want to set a cue. I can set a cue. And immediately from that point is where the cue starts. So say, like I said, I want to set the cue at 2:07. Basically what a cue is a cue is a direct into the song. So if you want a song to play specifically at one point, you would start it at that cue. This is also typically how a lot of DJs DJ their live sets. They have multiple tracks on cues, and they can start that song right from the cue. So, for example, let's say I'm going to use track A. I'm going to set a cue. So, from there, the cue is set. I can press Q on my board, and it will go immediately back to the Q point. Now, back on my mixer, which makes it easier to select songs and choose songs from your I guess, library of songs. We have my central browser and the load A and load B back. So basically what this does is it allows me to scroll on my laptop, find a song that I'd like to play, and I can click the button which loads it to my track A. Vice versa also works for track B. So I can click this and click load B, and it will load on the B track list. Physical mixing boards are, I like to say, well, first of all, they help extremely when you're DJing live. Theoretically I could DJ entirely on my laptop, but it's a lot easier if you have a physical method right in front of you. And that's basically how to DJ in 6 minutes. I mean, it's a very simple hobby. It does take a lot of skill to DJ at the level that most DJs DJ at, especially if you're doing very big festivals and such. Like I said, it does take a lot of skill in order to mix songs so well and at that level. But I'm going to conclude with my own brief mix. I hope you like it. The song on the B track is a mashup by Blau, and the song on the A track is a song by Kill FM called Don't Go Dark. All right.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make